Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, attempting to play DayZ yet again. And, well, so far, I've really not been having much luck with this game. I'm slowly figuring out the controls and getting them sorted out. The problem I have, really, is with the game itself and how it's running. It runs terrible. I mean, right now, according to my in-game frame per second counter, I'm getting 14 FPS just sitting here on the menu screen. And I'm only running the game at 720 with pretty much, if I go in and click configure, click on video, see, 720, VSync disabled, quality, I've pretty much turned everything down, rendering, I've disabled pretty much everything, textures, I might set that back to automatic, see if that makes any difference whatsoever. I limited it to a 1 meg for my graphics card, my 650 Ti. But no, in fact actually I've lost a frame per second by doing that. I mean, without messing around too much with these, I mean, I could make it smaller. I mean, this is pretty much the lowest setting I can go to, I think. I don't think I can go any lower than that. And I'm still only getting 14 frames a second. It's poor. How poor is that? So I'll go and try and play it. I'm just looking at that frames per second counter and thinking this is going to be bad. 13 frames per second now. And as you can see, it doesn't look very pretty in game. I've turned everything right down. In fact, it looks horrid. It really does look horrible. Now I know people say, oh, it's only an alpha version of the game at the minute. You know, it's going to take some time for it to get good. From what I can see, this is going to need a hell of a lot of optimization. To make it look anything like. Oh, door opens into my face every time. Look at that. Drink the soda. So there's a zombie right there. That's another thing that I'm having a real issue with when it comes to this game. Every time I start up, I seem to start up surrounded by zombies. You know, in areas where there's zombies. And of course I have no gear or any weapons or anything to fight them off with. You know, I get hit or attacked by a zombie, I bleed out, I become unconscious, And that's pretty much the end of the game for me. And I have to respawn and start again. What we got there? See, I should be able to tear that into rags. Canned spaghetti. So that's a shirt. I should be able to rip that apart. Brown pants. So this is probably not a bad thing, because I seem to have started in a good area for a change. With some gear. Although that wasn't the door I attempted to open, but I guess I'll go through it anyway. This game looks so bad. I can't pick them up. I should be able to. Oh, banana. It's fresh. Don't often find fresh fruit in the game. Canned spaghetti. What would be really nice right now would be if I could find an axe. Just an axe and a rucksack and a first aid kit. You know, the things I'm going to need. For my adventures. Well, apparently the key thing about the game, I should say with the game, is to run around with cans of spaghetti in your hand. But no, that's not the key. The key aim is to get as far inland as you can. Get away from the coast. Where all the bad stuff happens. And just look for civilization, buildings where you can hide and shelter. This is probably the longest I've lived so far in the game. Normally I'll have been dead by now. Zombies would have killed me. Or I'd have been knocked unconscious and I never seem to wake up from being unconscious. And I've left it. I've sat there and left it on the screen. I've got off and like made sandwiches and stuff and come back and I'm still unconscious. So I don't get it. You know, I've never played the DayZ mod. I've never played whatever it is, Armour or whatever you call it, that the mod was based on. So I'm really not too familiar with how this game works. I understand the concept of it. As far as the actual mechanics and getting it to do things. Okay, this looks bad. This looks like a great big wide open area of ground. I mean, you know, simple things in the game seem to be so frustrating. Like the other day I was playing and I got attacked by zombies, as you can imagine. And I managed to get into a house, I managed to run away. I got into a house, and as luck would have it, the house contained a first aid kit. Fantastic! It took me a lot of time to pick up that first aid kit, even though I was pointing at it, and I was pressing the F key and the middle mouse button, and pressing every button, and just refused to pick it up for a long time. All the while I'm bleeding out, of course. Once I've then got the first aid kit in my hands, the character won't use it for whatever reason. Again, I'm pressing all the action buttons, and he's not doing anything with it. I go in the inventory, and it tells me all the great contents of the I need to probably get that. I need to get that out of my hands, really. It's just a shitty shed. No doubt someone's bound to tell me that walking down a road like this probably isn't the safest way of playing the game either. You're bound to run into zombies and get attacked. But I need to find buildings. Okay. Tree house. Oh no. Nothing up there. Need to find somewhere to shelter. Probably need to find civilization as well at some point. I need to find a backpack and a hoodie and a hat, some body armour, some weapons. I mean, the good thing is, so far I haven't run into any hostile players in the game who have killed me. None of my deaths so far have been caused by griefers or other players. They've all been zombie induced, and like I say, this is probably the longest I've actually been alive in a game so far. That's probably more to do with the fact that I'm completely lost in the woods. And I'm not near any buildings where zombies tend to sort of congregate. But the problem is there's nothing out here. Is there? Okay. Right there, that's a fence. That must mean where there's a fence, there must be something protected by that fence. "10 frames per second now. Performance gets worse. I can't imagine how this looks for anybody watching the stream. The fact that I'm probably more animated and better looking than the actual game, which can hardly ever be said by anyone really. When I actually look better than the game I'm playing. That's bad. Shame on you developers. Shame on you creators. Okay, there's a fence. Fence with holes in it. Now that's not good. Either there's a serious issue with Bigfoot out in this forest, buildings. I really wish the graphics were better. So I could turn up the graphic settings so I could actually differentiate between the pixels on the screen, so I know what a zombie is. Should I run into one? What is this place? Okay, there looks to be someone over there. Right where my cursor is on the screen, my little dot. That's probably a zombie. And the last thing I want to do is get into combat with zombies whilst running at 10 frames per second. Because I'll be dead before I actually know it. I mean, maybe it's a lot of this lag and stuff, and some of the issues is maybe the servers. You know, it's probably a bit of an issue at the moment. Obviously you're downloading and streaming the game, and at the same time I'm trying to upload and stream a video. Right, I'm going to make a beeline to this building over here. I would do if the wobble U key, the wobble U, yes, the wobble U, sometimes referred to as the W or the W key, responds. Sometimes it just stops. My finger's still held on the button, but it stops responding. Oh great, a door that doesn't open. What's the point? Seriously, I can see there's a building here. It's probably the safest building here because it's got bars on the windows and everything. And yet you're not going to let me into it. Seriously, why put the building in the game if you can't go in it? And that applies to every video game. Seriously, why bother with buildings if you're not going to let people go in them? You sit there and you say, oh, we've created this wonderful sandbox that you can play in. But you can't go in this corner of the sandbox or this part of it here, and you're not allowed to use this spade or this shovel. Okay, so why do people leave the doors open? Seriously now. A shut door keeps the zombies out. Unless they phase through the wall. Right, no one's been in here apparently. I need to shut that door. Oh, come on. I don't really get trapped in here. That door's not going to lead nowhere. Oh, that one. Can't open that. So what's the point? Two more doors I can't open. What's that? Oh great, wooden sticks. What's on the shelf here? No, not take the pliers. Seriously? This is worrying me now because I'm not finding any loot. This is the sort of place I'd expect to be crawling with zombies. And I'm not finding any weapons. Not finding any gear. I mean, how often does stuff like respawn in this game? Oh great, a motorcycle helmet. Because that's going to give me lots of protection from the undead. Don't worry about my fragile body, made of flesh. I have a motorcycle helmet. I don't even know if the undead can climb in this game. Oh, what's that? I could take duct tape into my hands. Look. I saw a fellow player. Wow, green motorcycle helmet. You dead? Yeah, I'm gonna have the backpack, kid. Wow, I can't believe I'm looting someone in the canteen. Ooh, we've got some ammo. Can I not wear that? Can I not equip? Yes. Why take your shovel? Don't even know where the shovel went. Okay, it's probably not really the thing to do. Is loot a dead person. It's ruined apparently. So that dude died. And I was able to loot his stuff. Ha ha! What's on here? I'll take some rope. Rope will always come in useful. Right. Just sit and take pause for a second. I've managed to find some good stuff, haven't I? What was that? I'm drinking it with the lid still on. I'm amazing. Right. Now if I hit the close button now, or the exit button, hopefully that will save my character. Oh, he looks badass now, he's got a gun. That's the most progress I've made. Got a gun. Back. 2 canteens, cans of spaghetti. Wow. But the game looks like crap. While I'm recording anyway. So we shall have to see. What else happens. What does Steam want to tell me about? Steam wants to tell me about their holiday sale, which is fantastic apparently. They're not doing any massively big saves though. Okay, well, it's now 10 past 10 at night, so I am going to go and watch some films or TV now. Call an end to tonight's gaming session. So, farewell.